There are mornings when you wake up already exhausted, before the day has even started, before a single thing has gone wrong, and you think, why is this so hard? Why does it feel like everyone else has it figured out, and you're just barely holding it together? The bills, the relationships, the expectations, the dreams that feel further away the older you get, the feeling that no matter how hard you try, it's never quite enough. You're not broken, you're not failing, you're just alive. And life, real life, is hard. Look around you, the nurse finishing her 12th hour on her feet, the father working 2 jobs so his kids don't feel the gap, the student who moved to a new city knowing nobody, the person sitting in that hospital waiting room, trying to keep it together. Hardship doesn't pick favorites. It shows up at every door, in every language, at every income level. Nobody gets a life that's just easy. Not really. Not all the way through. You are not uniquely cursed. You are universally human. Here's what nobody tells you when you're young. Difficulty is not a detour, it's the road. The oak tree doesn't apologize for taking 100 years to grow. The river doesn't feel shame for how long it takes to carve the canyon. Great things are built slowly, painfully, and against resistance. Every person you look up to, every person who seems strong, calm, put together, has a chapter they don't post about. A year they barely survived. A version of themselves that almost gave up. The struggle you're in right now is not evidence that you're losing. It's evidence that you're in the game. And here's the other thing. You were never meant to carry it alone. We've been sold this idea that strength means handling everything by yourself, that asking for help is weakness, that admitting you're struggling means you've failed somehow. But look at every great story ever told. Nobody does it alone, not really. The people who make it through the hardest seasons, they reach out, they let people in, they say I'm not okay to someone who can actually help. They build something together instead of collapsing alone. Your pain is not a burden to others. It is an invitation to connection. And connection is how we survive this thing. So what do you do with a life that's hard? You show up anyway. Not perfectly, not without fear, not with all the answers. You show up imperfect, tired, unsure, and you take the next step. Just one. Not all of them, just the next one. Because here's what I know to be true. The people who come out the other side of hard seasons aren't the ones who had it easiest. They're the ones who refused to let the hardness be the last word. They cried and then kept going. They failed and tried again. They got knocked down in the ways that should have ended them. And somehow, stubbornly, quietly, without applause, they got back up. Life is hard. It will ask more of you than you think you have. It will test you in ways you didn't prepare for. It will break your heart and shake your plans and humble you in ways you didn't see coming. And it will also, on some ordinary Tuesday, when you least expect it, show you something so beautiful it takes your breath away. A moment so worth it, you'd go through all of it again just to be standing exactly there. That moment is still ahead of you. Keep going.